Alright, welcome in everyone. Today we're going to be doing another Bible reading session. Today we're going to be reading chapter 14 of the book of Matthew and chapter 10 of Proverbs. So let's get started. Chapter 14. At that time, Herod, the ta- the the ta- the Triarch, heard the fame of Jesus, and said unto his servants, "This is John the Baptist. He is risen from the dead, and therefore mighty works do show from themselves in him." From Herod had laid hold on John, and bound him, and put him in prison for Herod's sake, his brother Philip's wife. And John said unto him, It is not lawful for thee to have her. And when he would have put him to death, he feared the multitude, because they counted him as a prophet. But when Herod's birthday was kept, the daughter of the Herodias danced before them and pleased Herod. Whereupon, whereupon he promised with an oath to give her whatever she would ask. And she, being before instructed of her mother, said, Give me here John the Baptist's head in a charger. And the king was sorry; nevertheless, for the oath's sake, and them which sat with him at meat, he commanded it to be given her. And he sent and beheaded John the Baptist. And his head was brought in a charger and given to the damsel, and she brought it to her mother. And his disciples came and took up the body and buried it, and went and told Jesus. When Jesus heard of it, he departed thence by ship into a desert. Had heard thereof, they followed him on foot out of the cities. And Jesus went forth and saw a great multitude, and was moved with compassion toward them, and he healed their sick. And when it was evening, his disciples came to him, saying, This is a desert place, and the time is now past. Send the multitude away, that they may go into the villages and buy themselves victuals. But Jesus said unto them, They need not depart, give ye them to eat. And they say unto him, We have here but 5 loaves and 2 fishes. And he said, Bring them hither to me. And he commanded the multitude to sit down on the grass, and took the 5 loaves and the 2 fishes, and looking up to heaven, he blessed and broke them, and gave the loaves to his disciples, and the disciples to the multitude. And they did all eat, and were filled. And they took up the fragments of that remained 12 basketfuls. And they that had eaten were about 5,000 men, besides women and children. And straightway Jesus constrained his disciples to get into a ship, and to go before him unto the other side, while he sent the multitudes away. And when he had sent the multitudes away, he went up into the mountain apart, apart to pray. And when evening was come, he was there alone. But the ship was now in the midst of the sea, tossed with waves, for the wind was contrary. In the fourth watch of the night, Jesus went unto them, walking on the sea. And when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they troubled, saying, It is a spirit. They cried out of fear. But straightway Jesus spoke unto them, saying, Be of good cheer, it is I, be not afraid. And Peter answered him and said, Lord, if it be thou, bid me come unto thee on the water. And he said, Come. And when Peter was come down of the ship, he walked on the water to go to Jesus. But when he saw the wind boisterous, he was afraid, and began to sink. And he cried, saying, Lord, save me. And immediately Jesus stretched forth his hand, and caught him, and said unto him, O thou of little faith, wherefore didst thou doubt? And when they were come into the ship, the wind ceased. Then they that were on the ship came and worshipped him, saying, Of the truth, thou art the Son of God. And when they were gone over, they came into the land of Gennesaret. And when the men of the place had knowledge of him, they sent out into all that country round about, and brought unto him all that were diseased, and besought him that they might only touch the hem of his garment. And as many as touched, they were made perfectly whole. And now we're going to be reading chapter 10 of Proverbs. The Proverbs of Solomon. A wise son makes a glad father, but a foolish son is the heaviness of his mother. Treasures of the wickedness profit nothing, but righteous delivers from death. The Lord will not suffer the soul of the righteous to famish, but he casts away the substance of the wicked. He becomes poor that deals with a slack hand, but the hand of the diligent makes rich. He that gathers in summer is a wise son, but he that sleeps in harvest is a son that causes shame. Blessings are upon the head of the just, but violence covers the mouth of the wicked. The memory of the just is blessed, but the name of the wicked shall rot. The wise in heart will receive commandments, but chattering fool will fall. He that walks uprightly walks surely, but he that perverts his ways shall be known. He that winks with the eye causes sorrow, but a chattering fool will fall. The mouth of a righteous man is a well of life, but the violence covers the mouth of the wicked. Hatred stirs up strife, but love covers all sins. In the lips of him that has understanding, wisdom is found, but a rod is for the back of him that is void of understanding. Wise men preserve knowledge, but the mouth of the foolish is near destruction. The rich man's wealth is a strong city, but the destruction of the poor is their poverty. The labor of the righteous tends to life, the fruit of the wicked to sin. He is in the way of life that keeps instruction, but he that refuses reproof errs. He that hides hatred with lying lips, and he that utters a slander is a fool. In the multitude of words there lacks not sin, but he that refrains his lips is wise. The tongue of the just is as choice silver, the heart of the wicked is of little worth. The lips of the righteous feed many, but fools die for the lack of wisdom. The blessing of the Lord makes rich, and he adds no sorrow with it. It is like sport to a fool to do mischief, but a man of understanding has wisdom. The fear of the wicked shall come upon him, but the desire of the righteous shall be granted. As the whirlwind passes, so is the wicked no more, but the righteous is an everlasting foundation. As vinegar to the teeth and smoke to the eye, so is a sluggard to them that sends him. The fear of the Lord prolongs days, but the years of the wicked shall be shortened. The hope of the righteous shall be gladness, but the expectation of the wicked shall perish. The way of the Lord is strength to the upright, but the destruction shall be to the workers of iniquity. The righteous shall never be removed, and the wicked shall not inhabit the earth. The mouth of the just brings forth wisdom, but the froward tongue shall be cut out. The lips of the righteous know what is acceptable, but the mouth of the wicked speaks preservedness. And with that being said, that wraps up today's Bible reading session. Hopefully you guys enjoy, and hopefully I am encouraging you guys to read the Bible for yourselves. It is a blessing if you do, because then you will gain the knowledge and the wisdom of God, the Almighty, and our Father. So, yeah, thank you. Remember, I love you, but Jesus loves you more. Take care, be safe, and thank you for listening.